Take these color cubes and pack them onto the tray of the Chroma Cube puzzle. This puzzle has 25 different challenges. Today I'm going to be solving 3 of them, level 4, level 13, and level 18. In this puzzle, they suggest to start off with number 1 and work your way through the puzzle. I've done this puzzle multiple times. I will work through some of the levels that help you understand all the clues. Start off by clearing the board and packing the pieces onto the tray that they start off with. In clue number 1, it says emerald, teal, and mint are all in the same row. Right now we have 2 rows that have 3 open. I'm just going to set them on top until we figure out where they go. Black and white are in opposite corners. Again, it could be here or it could be here. Teal, emerald, and brown sit next to magenta. So if we move mint onto this side, we can put teal and emerald and brown all beside magenta. Clue 4 says white sits next to mint. Orange and purple are in the same row. And lastly, black, emerald, and mustard are all in the same column. At that point, we need to switch emerald and teal, so you can have black, emerald, and mustard all in the same column. Go over your clues a second time to make sure you followed them correctly. Emerald, teal, and mint are all in the same row. Black and white are in opposite corners. Teal, emerald, and brown sit next to magenta. White sits next to mint. Orange and purple are in the same row. Black, emerald, and mustard are all in the same column. Flip over the card to find out the solution. Occasionally in these puzzles, you'll find a second solution. That just means you're doing really good and you're solving the puzzle the way you're supposed to. In puzzle 13, they start off with magenta, black, coral, orange, purple, teal, cobalt, and brown. And I know that's a lot of colors. We only have 4 colors left, but this level is very important as it explains some of the clues that follow in the next levels. In clue number 1, it says brown, nose orange, cobalt, and 1 other color. That is telling us that nose is side by side, so we don't know what that other color is yet. Black and brown have heard of each other, which means they're in the same column, but they do not know each other, which means they're not side by side. Teal knows coral and purple and 1 other color. Teal can see orange and white, but does not know them. So since it does not know teal, we have to put white over here, and sees is in the same row. The only other color that teal can both see and know is purple. So it sees since it's in the same row, and it knows it's because it's side by side. Cobalt knows white, and it can see mustard. Coral has never heard of mint, but it knows emerald. Let's check over the clues. Brown knows orange, cobalt, and 1 other color. Black and brown have heard of each other but do not know each other, so they're not side by side. Teal knows coral, purple, and 1 other color. Teal can see orange and white but does not know any of them. The only other color that teal can see and know is purple. Cobalt knows white and can see mustard. Coral has heard of mint but knows emerald. Once you're sure you followed the clues correct, flip over the card to find out the answer. Now clear the board to move on to puzzle 18. Puzzle 18 starts off with purple in the bottom. All colors that start with M have heard of each other, so that means they're in the same column. We don't know which column yet, so we'll leave them facing up. Following the next part in clue number 1, all other colors with the same letter hate each other. We have black and brown that hate each other because starting with the same letter. And we have coral and cobalt, which both start with C, so they also have to hate each other. White can see both emerald and orange but do not know each other. So if we put white here, we can put emerald and orange over here, and they do not know each other. So that kind of sets in place this column here. Black knows teal, who has heard of purple. Emerald knows cobalt, who can see magenta. So at that point we have to switch emerald and orange and switch magenta and mint. Clue number 5, orange does not know mint. In that case, let's swap mint and mustard. All colors that start with the letter M have heard of each other, which is in the same column. All other colors that start with the same letter hate each other, which is coral and cobalt, and black and brown, which means they're in opposite corners. White can see both orange and emerald, but does not know either of them, which are not side by side. Black knows teal, who has heard of purple, which is in the same column. Emerald knows cobalt, who can see magenta, which is in the same row. And orange does not know mint, which is not side by side. Flip over the card to figure out the solution. To get the Chroma Cube puzzle for yourself, go check it out at puzzlemaster.ca.